Hey, this is Zero at PGzoneHD. I'm going to be discussing the custom toy box that I built today. I showed this a little bit earlier with the race with Francesco, but first I wanted to show this clip of me driving the train and Holly trying her best to knock me off the track and me trying my best to mash the analog sticks in every which direction to keep it on the track. I thought it was kind of a fun clip and worth showing to you, but let's go ahead and move on to the main event. So today I was just planning to see if it was possible for me to build a Pixalart Megaman, and I'm going to be showing the photos that I used to do each one, but it took me about 45 minutes to put Megaman together and color him in. The only thing I didn't like about him was a few of the white blocks that were around his eyes, which I later ended up removing a few of those in the final version, even though that's what it's supposed to look like. But I originally had intended to just do him and then build a racetrack around him. But then I thought, you know, if I'm going to go through this much trouble, I might as well just go all out because I liked the way that he looked when I was finished with him. So next up I built Proto Man, and I think he turned out the best out of all the ones that I built. I originally was trying to decide between doing a Mega Man theme or a SpongeBob and Bikini Bottom theme, which is something that I really wanted to do on here, but I realized pretty quickly that I didn't have any yellow themes to use on the blocks, so that quickly eliminated doing that as an option. If there is a yellow for the blocks and I just haven't gotten it yet, then be expecting that SpongeBob pixel art at some point in the future, but if there's not, then I guess it's just not going to happen. But once I had those two Mega Man characters finished, I put together the track, and for this toy box I wasn't really too concerned with adding a lot of decorations. With as much of the gauges I used up on those two characters, I didn't feel like I could really fill in the game world with enough items, so I decided to go in the complete opposite direction and just leave it bare bones empty, and I felt like the sky changer and the pixel art would be sufficient and keep your attention. And I have to give a special thanks to Mr. Minnesota Jason for showing me that the sky changer does indeed work with the yellow trigger box, which it didn't work for me the first time that I tried it, so I never tried it again, but he showed me in a video that it does work. And I did run into quite a few problems while building this toy box. After I put down the track and all the speed pads and the ramps, I began working on the next pixel art character, and I accidentally pressed the button to theme all the blocks the same color, which completely erased all the colors off Mega Man and Proto Man. So I had to reload my autosave and do a lot of the track stuff all over again. And then once I was getting close to being done with this one, anytime I went into the Sparks mode to try to add something else or try to pan around the map, the game would just lock up on a red screen. It happened 5 times in a row, which is the first time that I've seen that happen. I'd assume because it was having a hard time processing all those blocks on the screen. But I really like how this stage turned out. I'm still only working with, I'd imagine, a little over half of the available objects in the game, but I think I did a pretty good job with what I had. Now we'll be showing a race here at the end using Mrs. Incredible in a train, and let me tell you, this is probably going to be the only video you're going to see me racing in that train on any type of track, at least that I know of for the near future, because I would have had an easier time strapping on roller skates, a blindfold, and a jetpack and trying to blast my way around this track opposed to using that train again. It was just really difficult to keep it upright, especially off the ramps. But finally, I've had a few of you asking me to do something different in the toy box other than the racetracks. I tried to build a helicopter based stage in which you're flying through and blowing stuff up, and I just didn't have enough toys in my toy box to make that type of stage interesting or worth doing, so I just couldn't make it happen, at least not yet. But I did spend some time today looking around YouTube to see if I could get any ideas from other people that may have been doing toy boxes, and there's really just not that much toy box stuff here on YouTube, at least that I could find today. So, you know, I feel like the content that I'm putting out is pretty good. But I do have something in mind for Dash, so I may work on him next. My wife finished up an Indiana Jones style racetrack that looks really good. I can't wait to show that to you. Not sure if I'm going to get that recorded tomorrow or the next day, but that's probably going to be the next one that you're going to see. And I hope you guys enjoyed this toy box and the race. This is Zero at PGzoneHD, and as always, thanks for stopping by.
Oh!